Bottom line, I simply want to make ever better car, no matter what kind of the powertrain they have.
Technological advancements are happening so rapidly that it's hard to imagine what the future holds. Toyota's visionary CEO has unveiled a game-changing water-powered engine that threatens to disrupt the electric car revolution. While there is skepticism about whether a car could run solely on water, Toyota is hinting at new breakthroughs that could change the way we think about vehicle propulsion. How have they achieved this exciting feat? Let's get to the details. The history of water-powered engines. Toyota's new water engine is a groundbreaking shift in the automotive industry. It potentially changes how we think about car power. A car powered by water is an idea that feels futuristic, yet Toyota's innovation brings it closer to reality. This vehicle uses a highly advanced process called electrolysis to convert water into hydrogen. The hydrogen then powers the car by combining with oxygen in a chemical reaction that generates energy, with water vapor as the only emission. Not only does this process eliminate harmful pollutants, but it also tackles the growing concerns surrounding global warming and air pollution. While Toyota's steps in this direction are revolutionary, the idea of a water-powered car isn't entirely new. Over the years, several companies and inventors have claimed to develop cars that run on water alone, though most of these claims have been met with skepticism. For instance, in 2008, a Japanese company called Genapax announced a vehicle that supposedly ran on water. This car was said to use a process similar to Toyota's, splitting water into hydrogen and oxygen for fuel. However, it turned out that the system also required a unique material called metal hydride, meaning the car wasn't truly powered by water alone. Genapax's claims were never scientifically verified, and the company eventually faded into obscurity. In the 1980s, a man named Stanley Meyer also made headlines when he claimed to have invented a dune buggy that could run on water. Meyer suggested that his vehicle used a process to break water down into hydrogen and oxygen, which then powered the engine. It was an extraordinary claim, but over time, it became clear that Meyer's technology wasn't what it seemed. His work failed to withstand scientific scrutiny, and in 1996, he was convicted of fraud. His story remains a cautionary tale, reminding us that bold claims must be backed by solid evidence. This pattern of ambitious claims followed by failure has appeared repeatedly over the years. For example, in 2002, a company called Hydrogen Technology Applications introduced a device they called Aquagen. Initially used for safer welding, the company later suggested it could be adapted to power vehicles. However, their device wasn't able to generate enough hydrogen to run a car on water alone. Similarly, Genesis World Energy, another company from that period, claimed to have developed technology to extract energy from water, raising significant investment funds. But they never produced a working product, and in 2006, their founder was imprisoned for fraud. There was another striking case in 2008 when a man in Sri Lanka, Tushara Priyamal De Silva, claimed he had driven a car 190 miles on just 3 liters of water. His story gained widespread attention, even drawing the support of Sri Lanka's Prime Minister. However, as investigations continued, Tushara was arrested for fraud, and it became clear his claims were exaggerated and unsubstantiated. Most recently, in 2022, an inventor from Indonesia, Arianto Mel, made waves with claims that he had created a device called Incuba that could turn water into hydrogen fuel, supposedly enabling motorcycles to travel 500 kilometers on just 1 liter of water. He also claimed that luxury car manufacturers like Lamborghini and Ferrari were interested in his technology. Yet again, scientists dismissed his claims as unfeasible under the laws of physics, and the alleged interest from major car companies turned out to be false. Arianto's story, like those before him, seemed more about making sensational claims than demonstrating real technological advancements. The skepticism surrounding these earlier attempts is understandable. Scientifically, water is a very stable molecule, and breaking it apart into hydrogen and oxygen requires significant energy. According to the laws of physics, you can't get more energy out of water than what's needed to break its bonds in the first place. This has led many to believe that a car powered solely by water might be an overambitious goal. Nonetheless, Toyota's announcement suggests that by leveraging renewable energy sources for the electrolysis process, the dream of a water-powered car could finally be within reach. Why this new engine will end. Electric cars. The essential appeal of Toyota's new innovation lies in its ability to offer a cleaner, more sustainable mode of transportation. By addressing the global need to cut emissions, Toyota's technology aligns with worldwide efforts to combat climate change. While electric vehicles have been at the forefront of the green automotive movement for years, praised for their zero emissions, Toyota's water-powered engine presents a fresh alternative. Unlike electric cars, which rely on batteries charged through the power grid, this engine uses water, a widely available and renewable resource. The electrolysis process can even be powered by renewable energy sources like solar or wind, making the entire system far more sustainable. It's important to note that while electric cars are promoted as zero-emission vehicles, their environmental impact isn't completely clean. The production and disposal of lithium-ion batteries, essential for electric cars, involve significant ecological costs. Yet, many countries have been making firm commitments to phase out internal combustion engine vehicles, with the UK, for instance, planning to ban their sale by 2030. To meet these ambitious targets, the demand for electric vehicles must increase significantly. For the UK alone, replacing the 31.5 million vehicles on the road with EVs will require about 236,000 metric tons of lithium carbonate, a critical material in battery production. This is no small feat. If every lithium mine in the world devoted its output solely to the UK's needs, it would take 9 months to produce enough lithium carbonate. And of course, the UK is just one country among many looking to switch to electric vehicles. The demand for lithium is expected to skyrocket as more countries adopt similar policies and as the global appetite for portable electronics and renewable energy solutions continues to grow. But again, mining for lithium, cobalt, and other rare metals is energy-intensive and harmful to ecosystems. Additionally, the batteries have a limited lifespan, and their disposal poses challenges in terms of both cost and environmental safety. Toyota's water-powered engine bypasses these issues, as it doesn't rely on batteries or rare metals. During a recent meeting in Japan, Toyota's Executive Vice President and Chief Technology Officer, Hiroki Nakajima, shared the company's vision for this water-powered engine. He emphasized that Toyota aims to move beyond simply being a car company, aspiring to become a broader mobility company. This shift signifies Toyota's commitment to offering multiple transportation options that reduce environmental impact. Joining Nakajima at the event were Takeru Kato, responsible for Toyota's battery electric vehicle, BEV, program, and Mitsumasa Yamagata, who will lead the development of hydrogen cars. Together, they laid out a bold plan for Toyota's future, focusing on both electric and hydrogen-powered vehicles. Toyota has been working on hydrogen-powered vehicles like the Mirai for years, and that's why we believe it will eventually end electric cars. Unlike earlier attempts to store hydrogen in heavy, high-pressure tanks, Toyota's new water-powered engine generates hydrogen on demand through electrolysis. This makes the vehicle lighter, safer, and more efficient. To make this process work, certain parts of the car need to be adapted. For example, fuel injectors must be modified to spray hydrogen instead of gasoline, and the engine components, such as the block and cylinder head, need to be strengthened to handle the high pressure of hydrogen. Other parts, like valves and spark plugs, also require adjustments to ensure the engine runs safely and effectively. What sets Toyota's water-powered engine apart from other hydrogen motors is its practicality. Storing water is much simpler and safer than storing hydrogen gas. Hydrogen requires special tanks that can handle extreme pressure, making them heavy, costly, and prone to leakage. Water, on the other hand, is a liquid that can be stored easily and safely without special equipment. This makes the water-powered engine more versatile, suitable not just for cars, but potentially for larger vehicles like trucks or even power plants. The system's simplicity and safety, along with its ability to reduce dependence on fossil fuels, position it as a more sustainable option for the future of transportation and energy production. Controversies on suppression of water engine technology. Now that Toyota is making headway with its new innovation, the repeated failures from previous companies make one wonder whether there has been any effort to suppress the development of water-based fuel technologies. Over the years, Stanley Myers, one of those who had previously worked on this technology, repeatedly stated that both oil companies and car manufacturers tried to pressure him into destroying the car and all evidence of its existence. According to Meyer, they offered him millions of dollars to make sure his invention never saw the light of day. Despite the pressure, Meyer refused to back down, becoming increasingly vocal in his fight against these powerful industries. Sadly, in 1998, Meyer died under mysterious circumstances, which has only fueled speculation about his invention and the events leading up to his death. While there's no definitive proof of any such suppression, there are plausible reasons why such innovations might face resistance. For one, the global energy industry is built on fossil fuels and is worth trillions of dollars. A disruptive technology that could replace traditional energy sources would threaten the profits of some of the most powerful companies in the world. These corporations have the resources and influence to stifle or discredit emerging technologies that could undermine their market position. For instance, fossil fuel companies have a vested interest in maintaining their dominance and may engage in lobbying or public relations campaigns to delay or obstruct alternative energy solutions. Another challenge faced by new technologies like water-powered vehicles is public skepticism and resistance to change. The idea of running a car on water sounds almost too good to be true, and it's difficult for most people to comprehend how it might work. However, with Toyota now publicly committing to developing water-powered vehicles and providing scientific backing for their claims, it seems we may be approaching a turning point. Toyota's plans aren't based on vague promises, but on established research into hydrogen fuel cells and water-based technologies. The company has already shown its commitment to hydrogen vehicles with its Mirai model, and its new plans could signal the beginning of a new era in automotive technology. If Toyota succeeds in making water-powered cars a reality, it would not only be a major step forward in clean energy, but could also challenge the dominance of fossil fuels and reshape the entire energy landscape. We may be on the cusp of a technological revolution, one where water becomes a key player in powering the cars of the future. Comparison between electric vehicles and Toyota's new vehicle. Toyota's focus on advancing hydrogen technology is strategic. Despite the success of EVs, many industry experts believe hydrogen vehicles might offer a more sustainable solution in the long run. Toyota's desire to stay ahead of the curve has pushed the company to develop more efficient hydrogen-powered solutions, recognizing that the demand for cleaner energy sources will only grow as the world moves toward a greener future. When comparing Toyota's hydrogen-powered innovations with the progress made in electric vehicle production, it's clear that Toyota is tackling sustainability from a unique angle. In the global race towards sustainable transportation, both China and the United States have made significant strides in EV production. China, in particular, has aggressively promoted electric vehicles through policies and investments in infrastructure, quickly becoming the largest market for EVs. Major companies like BYD, NIO, and XPeng lead the way in China's electric revolution, backed by government subsidies, a vast network of charging stations, and a commitment to reducing urban pollution. The US has also made significant advances in the EV sector, which is largely driven by Tesla, under the leadership of Elon Musk. Tesla has revolutionized the industry with its innovative designs, cutting-edge technology, and vast network of superchargers. This infrastructure, combined with continuous improvements in battery efficiency and vehicle range, has helped set high standards in the global EV market. Legacy automakers like General Motors and Ford have also shifted toward electric vehicles, introducing new models and investing heavily in EV technology. However, both China and the United States face significant challenges related to EV production. The environmental impact of manufacturing and disposing of lithium-ion batteries is one of the biggest concerns. While electric cars produce zero emissions when driven, the processes involved in creating and recycling their batteries can still harm the environment. Additionally, the energy used to charge EVs must come from sustainable sources if they are to be truly green. Without renewable energy, the charging process may still rely on fossil fuels, undermining the environmental benefits of EVs. This is where Toyota's water-powered hydrogen vehicles offer a distinct advantage. Unlike battery electric vehicles, which rely on large lithium-ion batteries, Toyota's hydrogen fuel cells generate power by combining hydrogen with oxygen, producing only water vapor as a byproduct. This process eliminates the harmful emissions associated with traditional vehicles, including carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and particulate matter. The use of hydrogen as a fuel also sidesteps many of the environmental issues tied to battery production and disposal. One of the main advantages of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles is the speed and convenience of refueling. Hydrogen tanks can be filled in just a few minutes, much like traditional gasoline cars, whereas recharging a battery electric vehicle can take hours. This makes hydrogen-powered vehicles more practical for long-distance travel, reducing the downtime that comes with recharging electric vehicles. Hydrogen fuel cells also offer higher energy density compared to lithium-ion batteries, meaning they can store more energy per unit of weight. This allows for greater driving range, which is particularly valuable for larger vehicles like trucks or for long journeys. Moreover, hydrogen can be produced using various renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, or hydroelectric power, further enhancing the sustainability of the technology. Toyota has also made great strides in addressing the challenges of hydrogen production and storage. The company has developed advanced electrolysis systems that are more efficient at splitting water into hydrogen and oxygen, reducing the energy required for the process. These units use innovative catalysts and materials to enhance efficiency, making large-scale hydrogen production more feasible. In terms of storage, Toyota has created high-pressure tanks made from advanced composite materials. These tanks are both lightweight and incredibly durable, ensuring the safe storage of hydrogen under high pressure. The storage system is equipped with cutting-edge sensors and safety mechanisms that can detect and prevent leaks, providing an extra layer of security for the vehicle. Insight into Toyota's advancements over the years. Toyota has made important advancements in ensuring that hydrogen-powered vehicles can perform well in different environments, including cold climates. Hydrogen, while a clean and efficient energy source, faces challenges in freezing temperatures since it can become difficult to manage in extreme cold. To address this, Toyota has developed solutions such as integrating heating elements and insulation into the hydrogen storage system. These measures ensure the vehicle remains reliable even in winter conditions, making hydrogen-powered vehicles viable in a broader range of climates. This is key to making hydrogen vehicles practical for drivers everywhere, from icy regions to more temperate areas. Toyota's commitment to hydrogen technology is also tied closely to their focus on renewable energy. By using solar, wind, and hydroelectric power to produce hydrogen, they aim to reduce reliance on fossil fuels, contributing to global efforts to lower carbon emissions. This makes the water-powered hydrogen car not just an innovative form of transport, but a genuinely green alternative in the automotive industry. However, Toyota's dedication to eco-friendly technology did not start with hydrogen vehicles. The company has a long history of pioneering alternative fuels and energy-efficient solutions. One of the areas Toyota has explored is the development of hydrocarbons, with a lower environmental impact. While conventional hydrocarbons like gasoline and diesel are significant contributors to carbon emissions, Toyota has been researching synthetic hydrocarbons, which are created through chemical processes that convert carbon dioxide and hydrogen into fuel. This technology recycles CO2 and helps reduce the overall carbon footprint of fuel use. In addition to synthetic hydrocarbons, biofuels have been another area of focus for Toyota. Biofuels are derived from renewable organic materials, such as plant biomass, algae, and animal waste. These fuels can be produced sustainably and offer a cleaner alternative to fossil fuels. Toyota has invested in improving the efficiency of biofuel production and integrating them into their vehicles. The development of these alternative fuels serves as a bridge to reduce emissions now, while the broader infrastructure for hydrogen and electric vehicles is still being built. Toyota began working on fuel cell technology back in the early 1990s, and it has since become more efficient, compact, and cost-effective. These advancements were possible due to improvements in catalyst materials, membrane durability, and better system integration. Today, Toyota holds over 5,000 patents related to hydrogen fuel cell technology. These patents cover key innovations in fuel cell design, hydrogen storage, and more efficient ways to produce hydrogen. With these patents, Toyota not only safeguards its technological breakthroughs, but also solidifies its leadership in the shift towards more sustainable forms of transportation. The timeline of Toyota's engines creations. A major milestone in Toyota's journey toward eco-friendly mobility came with the launch of the Mirai, the world's first mass-produced hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. The name Mirai, which means future in Japanese, reflects Toyota's vision for a cleaner, sustainable form of transportation. Since its release in 2014, the Mirai has seen multiple updates, each reinforcing Toyota's dedication to refining fuel cell technology. The Mirai operates on a system that generates electricity from hydrogen through a chemical reaction with oxygen. The car's core components include the fuel cell stack, high-pressure hydrogen tanks, an electric motor, and a battery for energy storage. The fuel cell stack is where the actual conversion of hydrogen into electricity takes place, making it the heart of the vehicle. This system allows the Mirai to achieve an impressive driving range of over 300 miles on a single tank of hydrogen, comparable to many gasoline-powered cars. And while electric vehicles can take hours to recharge, the Mirai can be refueled in just about 5 minutes, offering a significant advantage and convenience for those looking to adopt cleaner technology without compromising on usability. The environmental benefits of Toyota's Mirai are significant. Unlike traditional cars that emit harmful gases, the Mirai produces only water vapor as a byproduct. This helps reduce both air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions, which are major contributors to climate change. Toyota has also made efforts to make the Mirai more accessible to a wider range of people. Through advancements in manufacturing and economies of scale, the company has been able to lower the cost of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. These efforts are part of Toyota's larger mission to promote clean energy transportation. In addition to reducing costs, Toyota has partnered with other organizations to expand the hydrogen refueling infrastructure. Building more hydrogen stations is crucial for the widespread adoption of hydrogen vehicles, as consumers need easy access to refueling options. The company has worked hard to make sure that hydrogen vehicles, such as the Mirai, can be easily integrated into the daily lives of consumers. But Toyota's commitment to hydrogen technology doesn't stop with cars like the Mirai. They've also applied hydrogen fuel cells to other types of vehicles, such as buses and trucks. This shows that hydrogen fuel cells are versatile and can be used in many different transportation sectors, including public transit and commercial vehicles. By expanding the use of hydrogen across various types of vehicles, Toyota is helping to reduce the overall carbon footprint of the transportation industry. In March of 2024, Toyota introduced a new generation of compact, high-performance engines that are designed to run on biofuels, e-fuels, and even hydrogen. The new engines Toyota has developed come in 1.5-liter and 2-liter versions. These engines are notably smaller and lighter than their predecessors. The 1.5-liter engine, for example, is around 10% lighter and more compact, making it more efficient. Similarly, the 2-liter turbo engine offers comparable benefits when compared to Toyota's larger 2.4-liter turbo engines. This reduction in size and weight not only improves fuel efficiency, but also aligns with the industry's broader goals of reducing emissions and enhancing vehicle performance. By designing engines that can run on a variety of alternative fuels, Toyota is positioning itself to remain competitive as the world transitions away from fossil fuels. Biofuels, as mentioned earlier, offer a renewable energy source that can be produced locally in many regions. E-fuels, on the other hand, are synthetic fuels created from captured carbon dioxide and hydrogen, potentially providing a carbon-neutral fuel source when combined with renewable energy. Moreover, Toyota is exploring hydrogen fuel cells for non-automotive uses as well. The company has developed hydrogen-powered generators and energy systems that can be used to power buildings, data centers, and other facilities. These systems provide a sustainable and reliable source of energy, demonstrating the potential for hydrogen technology to play a broader role in the global transition to renewable energy. Toyota's approach to eco-friendly technology goes beyond just building innovative cars. It's a holistic strategy aimed at creating the infrastructure and energy systems needed for a sustainable future. Understanding electrolysis, the basis for Toyota's technology. As already mentioned, electrolysis is the key to making Toyota's hydrogen fuel cell technology work. In simple terms, this process uses electricity to split water molecules into their basic components, hydrogen and oxygen. Water is made up of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, and the electrolyzer separates these atoms using electrical energy. In an electrolyzer, electricity is passed through 2 special pieces of metal, called electrodes, which are placed in water. When the electricity flows through the electrodes, it causes the water molecules to split. The hydrogen atoms are drawn toward the negatively charged electrode, known as the cathode, while the oxygen atoms are drawn toward the positively charged electrode, called the anode. This separates the hydrogen and oxygen, allowing the hydrogen to be collected and used as fuel. The hydrogen produced by the electrolyzer is then stored and used in a fuel cell. In the fuel cell, hydrogen reacts with oxygen from the air to generate electricity, which powers the car's motor. The only byproduct of this reaction is water vapor, making it an environmentally friendly process. The motor, in turn, converts the electrical energy produced by the fuel cell into mechanical energy, which is what drives the car's wheels. An essential part of this system is the power control unit, which manages the flow of electricity from the fuel cell stack and the car's battery. It ensures that the right amount of power is sent to the motor for smooth acceleration and helps with energy recovery during braking. In fact, during braking, the motor acts like a generator, converting the car's kinetic energy back into electrical energy that is stored in the battery. This process, known as regenerative braking, enhances the vehicle's overall efficiency and provides a smoother driving experience. While electrolysis is an efficient process, it's not perfect. Traditionally, only about 60 to 70% of the energy used in electrolysis is converted into hydrogen, with the rest lost as heat. However, recent advancements in the field have improved the efficiency of electrolysis to about 80% or more. These improvements have come from using better materials, more efficient catalysts, and optimizing the conditions under which electrolysis takes place. As a result, hydrogen production is becoming more energy efficient, making it a more viable and sustainable option for powering vehicles. Once the hydrogen is produced and stored, it is ready to be used in the fuel cell, where it can be converted into electricity to power the vehicle. This entire process highlights Toyota's dedication not only to creating environmentally friendly vehicles, but also to advancing the technologies that make hydrogen fuel cells a practical solution for the future of transportation. Challenges in scaling the new engine. Fuel cells typically have an efficiency of around 50 to 60%, meaning only half of the energy put into the system is converted into usable electricity. When we combine the efficiency of both electrolysis, the process that splits water into hydrogen and oxygen, and the fuel cell's ability to convert hydrogen back into electricity, the overall efficiency of turning water into usable electricity for a vehicle is about 40 to 50%. At first glance, this might seem relatively low, but there's a crucial detail that makes hydrogen-powered cars stand out. Hydrogen has a much higher energy density than the lithium-ion batteries used in electric vehicles. In practical terms, this means hydrogen fuel cells, despite their lower efficiency, can store and provide more energy, allowing for longer driving ranges compared to battery electric vehicles. Toyota's plans for the future of mobility reflect this advantage, and the company is leaning heavily into hydrogen as a key technology. Under their vision, "Let's change the future of cars," Toyota has made bold announcements that position hydrogen as central to their strategy for sustainable transportation. According to Toyota's projections, by 2030, hydrogen markets in Europe, China, and North America will be the largest in the world. They also anticipate the global fuel cell market will grow to around 5 trillion yen annually, approximately 5.7 billion pounds. To seize a significant share of this market, Toyota has outlined several initiatives to advance hydrogen technology and its commercial application. One of Toyota's key moves is the establishment of a new hydrogen-focused factory set to open in July 2024. This factory will centralize the company's efforts around hydrogen fuel cells, bringing together research and development, production, and sales under a single leadership structure. This consolidation will allow Toyota to streamline decision-making and operate more efficiently as they push hydrogen technology forward. By localizing their operations in key global markets, such as Europe and China, Toyota plans to adapt its products to regional needs and speed up the deployment of hydrogen technology. To make hydrogen fuel cells more affordable and accessible, Toyota is also strengthening partnerships with leading companies. By working with these partners, they aim to consolidate the supply chain for fuel cells and drive down costs. One of the company's goals is to reduce the cost of their fuel cell stacks, the components responsible for converting hydrogen into electricity, by 50%. In addition, Toyota hopes to achieve a 37% reduction in the cost of its next-generation fuel cell systems. If the company can secure orders for 200,000 units by 2030, they expect to further reduce costs by another 50%, making hydrogen vehicles a more attractive option for customers. Looking at Toyota's long-term plans, it's clear that hydrogen isn't just a small part of the company's future, it's central to it. Their efforts to make hydrogen a widely available and cost-effective energy source, from cars to commercial vehicles, could dramatically reshape the transportation landscape. Given Toyota's track record of innovation and leadership in eco-friendly technologies, it seems more than likely that hydrogen-powered cars will soon move from concept to widespread reality. Indeed, with the proper infrastructure and continued technological advancements, we may see the day when cars running on water-based hydrogen fuel become the norm. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.